Thank you very much. We are down to 16 players remaining. Just outside at FanFest, folks are gathering, making their selections as we enter Sephora Arena. You're watching Unrivaled one-on-one tournament action on TNT Sports. It's presented by Sprites. Grand prize winner in Unrivaled one-on-one takes home $200,000. Runner-up earns $50K, and each semifinalist is guaranteed $25,000. If you are new and weren't with us on Wednesday for the first round, single elimination until we reach Saturday's final round. Winning score, we play to 11. It's a 7-second shot clock in one-on-one tournament action. And we're counting 2s and 3s, make it, take it format, just like you do at the park or in the schoolyard. And a wrinkle, 2 consecutive non-shooting fouls results in a point for the offense. So foul carefully, even though they are limitless here in one-on-one. Hi, everybody. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, and welcome back. Aliyah LaForce. We'll talk to her in just a minute. Outstanding first round on Wednesday. We soaked in a ton of action. Your big takeaway and how it segues to tonight.
Well, apparently our teammates in the studio want them to turn up the temperature here in Miami with the level of compete, the grit and the moxie that we saw, and we really did. I think in the first round, it continues to amplify. Yes, it's about the bag. It's also about the pride. We saw upsets. We saw some of the big winners, and I think we're going to have a fun night here tonight.
No doubt about it. Excellent stuff as we dive into our matchups of the night. We had 4 upsets in total, including Veronica Burton thrashing Courtney Williams. She'll take on Kelsey Mitchell. Arike and Paige, 2 former Dallas Wings. We'll see action out of Pod B. It was all chalk in that pod. To Pod D, the bigs, Boston Stewart, Austin Edwards, who was the the runner-up last year. And then Burrell and Citron, both upset winners in round 1 on Wednesday night. Let's welcome in the 3rd member of our crew, standing in the Sprite Circle, Aliyah LaForce.
Hey everybody, it's so great to be back with you. Why am I standing in this big green Sprite Circle? It's a key part of tonight's strategy, I assure you. Okay, so when there's a defensive rebound or there's a change of possession, normally you would just dribble the ball, clear the 3-point line with both feet, and then you can attack the basket again. Well, there's an extra wrinkle in this one-on-one tournament. You can choose to make an outlet pass to a practice player who is standing in the Sprite Circle. You then have to also clear the 3-point line as you would normally do if you dribbled it out, but then you can receive a pass back. It could be a bounce pass, it could be a chest pass, it's totally up to you. But here is the wrinkle. This pass can be defended when it comes to the Sprite Circle. This pass can also be defended when it comes back to the 3-point line, so it's totally up to you. But I don't know, if I was this practice player, I'd be more nervous than the players actually competing, because it's their future on the line.
Better throw a crisp pass, Allie. Spot on. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape presented by Sprite. Burton v. Mitchell.
75 seconds was all it took Veronica Burton. She did not give up the basketball and did an excellent job in just understanding how she could best attack Courtney Williams. And you see it right here, her strength, her ability to get to the basket, but also closing things out with a 3-point shot. And you know Kelsey Mitchell is just made for the game. Similarly, she closed this one out on a 10-0 run. She's got the speed, she's got the range, and she's got the defense too.
Second round is about to get underway. Let's send it to Rhea Clifton.
Unrivaled family, welcome to the second round of Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. Let me hear y'all make some noise for this historic event. Let's go, yeah! Unrivaled fans, let's meet the first 2 players to face off. The first matchup of the second round from Northwestern University, representing the Miss, number 22, Veronica Burton. From Ohio State, representing the Hive, wearing 0, Kelsey Mitchell.
One of the top speedsters with the basketball, Kelsey Mitchell, opposes the top stealer here at Unrivaled, Veronica Burton, who has 20 steals to date to pace the league. Burton said the space attracts her about one-on-one. You got to guard your yard, be aggressive. And Mitchell takes pride in her creativity.
Yeah, and she showcased that creativity, but the one thing is the speed of her first step in getting to the basket, and that's where it's going to be very important for Veronica Burton to really work to stay in front, especially right out of the gate.
Winner advances to the quarterfinals. We'll get the winner of Kelsey, Plum, and Natisha Hiedeman, which is up next. Mitchell and Burton make their way to center court. We're ready to kick off second round action of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. Here's Allie.
Okay, well, Kelsey, you know how it goes. Higher seed gets to pick. Would you like to shoot for ball, or would you like to leave it up to your opponent?
I'm going to shoot for it today.
I thought you might say that. All right, let's play ball. You see the confidence in that smile right there?
All right, Veronica Burton will start with the rock. This is a second round matchup of Paige.
Yeah, interesting change of strategy for Kelsey Mitchell to start with taking the shot, despite not making it here. Veronica Burton in a similar position with the ball.
Both players cruised to victory in their first round games. Burton ended Courtney Williams in a minute 15. Attacks, spins on the pivot, and she's human, missed it. 7-second shot clock for Mitchell, who did hit 2 3-pointers in a round 1 win. Floats one up, short, board, one dribble, up and under. Fight for the loose ball.
Looked like Burton might have tweaked her ankle there just a little bit. She's grabbing at the left.
Well, Burton has impressed as a member of Mist her first year at Unrivaled. Leads the league in steals. Shot clock is being reset for Mitchell, who was the offensive player crashing the glass. 3 seconds to shoot. She is a blur. Pull up three-pointer. Knocks it down. Mitchell scores first in this Paige second round matchup.
And that's where she's so deadly with the ball in her hands. Because of her quickness getting downhill, she's also so effective for three.
Maintains a left-hand dribble, maneuvers and scores, plus the foul.
Kelsey Mitchell gets rolling. It is tough to stop because she understands angles. And it's not just about the speed, but it's about where her defenders' legs are and how they're squared up to her.
6-0 start for Kelsey Mitchell. This is unfamiliar territory for Burton, who did not allow a single point. Courtney Williams didn't touch the ball on Wednesday. Now Mitchell is 5 away. Nifty dribble. Back to her right hand. Burton the stuff. That's a shot clock violation. Veronica Burton has the ball back.
And that's the biggest strength of Veronica Burton. We've seen her flourish in her offensive game, but defensively is where she really hangs her hat on.
There's Burton. Between the legs twice. Three-pointer off. Outlet passer in the Sprite circle utilized. New 7. Mitchell's got the ball. Jabs at the left. Back step 3. Got it! 9-zip Kelsey Mitchell. She said after round 1, try to be you. I am a we over me player. This is a little different. Draws a foul on the floor down the left alley. And Veronica Burton is going to take a timeout. Each player has a 30-second timeout at their disposal.
Yeah, smart move, and as she gets the foul there on the floor, Kelsey Mitchell has showcased everything that she's got in her bag right here. This is a big-time step-back three-point shot. And the thing you got to remember, too, just the actual fatigue that you may feel at these points in the game to be able to work this little step, the jab up. She continues to square and see how Burton is playing her, giving her a little bit of room, knowing that speed.
That timeout presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. Mitchell with 10 steals on the year as a member of Hive. It is Kelsey's ball, make it, take it format. See how Burton can dig in defensively. Does have a block in this second round game. Mitchell can handle it here though. Crossover, long two, short. Just scrapes the iron.
A nice defensive possession by Burton. Force a tough long shot.
See if Burton can get on the board. Spins into the lane. Burton is stuck by Mitchell. And a shot clock violation to boot.
Both these players are fun to watch. I know the score is a big discrepancy here for Burton trying to come back, but you want to talk about both offensive forces and defensive by Kelsey Mitchell. Wow.
No, she has a lot of space to work with. Mitchell, Hezzy driving. The shovel shot does not go. Outlet passer for Burton. 3+ minutes into this game. Again, we played at the winning score of 11. Little bully ball by Burton, and another shot clock violation. Both players equal in height at 5'9".
Yeah, equal in height, and I think too, just you look at the strength, but trying to bump, create an advantage with that level of physicality. Both though have that in their game.
Mitchell aims to go to her favorite hand, the left side. A foul on the floor by Burton. Just hanging on for dear life right now.
And if you're Burton, she's been given Kelsey Mitchell just a little bit of room, because I think you would prefer her to take a mid-ranger or a three-point shot with how quick she can get to the basket.
Here is Mitchell, orchestrator. Step back, three-pointer. Corralled by Burton. Clears with both feet, tees up a three, nails it. And just like that, you score, and it's make it, take it. You can seize momentum.
Brendan, think about how much we saw on Wednesday, too. Because of that, there's runs that happen, and you got to maintain your level of confidence.
Burton fires a logo three. Knew she missed it badly. Race for the ball. Burton's got it. Shot clock reset. Dribble to the left side. Had a nasty crossover against Williams, and Burton draws a foul.
You said it. That was a quick cross by Veronica Burton. She's been able to showcase her ability to handle through the lane with a defender on her in ways that you sometimes don't always see in her game in the 5-on-5 setting.
A free throw worth 2 points, just as you see in 3x3. Burton sinks it, 9-5.
In favor of Mitchell.
We're at the halfway mark of this Pod A second round game. Left-hand dribble, switch to the right. Burton carves off the window, rolls out. Hustle play may have reached over the head of Mitchell. There was contact, a foul on Burton, so it's Kelsey Mitchell's ball.
And that was a foul. You see there, though, we mentioned their similarities in height, but Veronica Burton with a little bit more strength there in her frame.
Down to 3 to shoot for Mitchell. Still with the left. Sidestep, three-pointer in the air. Short. And Burton lets it trickle out of bounds. Wise play to catch your breath. And she'll take a slow waltz to half court.
And those are the nuances, the strategy you kind of learn, where you can catch some of your breathers.
From the starting point. Burton barrels, now fades away. And Mitchell turns it over. The outlet passer has to stand in the Sprite circle. They cannot leave the vicinity. Mitchell calls a timeout, so now each player has burned its timeout. A slow grind of our first game of the night.
Neither of these players experienced this in their first matchup, but they are here tonight. And what we've seen is a lot of excellent defense by both of these players. Kelsey Mitchell just staying on top, all ball off of that play. She's showcasing her two-way ability here in this circumstance, just rips that, and that's why it has been a really solid matchup. We know the level of force is going to continue to amp up here as they're closing in on that winning score.
Timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. 3 total blocks, 2 for Mitchell, 1 for Burton.
And it'll be interesting to see how costly that turnover will be for Kelsey Mitchell.
Went up 9-0, Burton with the next 5. Backs down, slithers back. Has to shoot it, and the officials deem she did not fire in time. Each of these players soaking up that 7-second timer to make their move. Winner goes to the quarterfinals. Crossover, Mitchell got the lane and scores it. Wasn't easy, but Kelsey Mitchell, the 1 seed in Pot A, is on to the quarterfinals.
Kelsey Mitchell has got gears, and you see it in her shiftiness. Change of speed, change of direction, allowing herself so much real estate to work with here against Veronica Burton, and then it's just a cross. Ooh, beautiful job keeping it there on the left leg. What a job by Mitchell.
Cincy speed on display. Kelsey Mitchell is with Aliyah the Force.
Well, Kelsey, you always come in confident, but did you know you had that going when you got out to that hot start tonight?
Heck no. Veronica Burton is an unbelievable pro. Players like that, you gotta come ready, you gotta be ready, you gotta stay ready, and you gotta be consistent because players like her don't give up.
This was a great defensive performance too. I mean, what were the challenges that she posed defensively, and how'd you overcome them?
Like I said, she's an unbelievable two-way guard. She likes to play both sides of the ball, and so it's important to stay sharp. Kind of take what people give you.
Well, these games go back quick. Congratulations, you did a great job. The next one's coming for you, but you get to put your sticker as you advance to the next round. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Go smacking on that board.
Got it ready. Appreciate you.
The spacing and creativity excite Kelsey Mitchell about this format, and that may, who knows how the rest of this tournament plays out. That's a really tough challenge in Veronica Burton.
No question. And Veronica Burton has come on and showcased just how much she can make an impact on both offensively, defensively, and using that size and force. But Kelsey Mitchell used a skill that she is credited for with most, that blur of quickness and getting to the basket. She's also a threat from 3, and it's, man, great to see, because you could tell these players, you could tell both those players were worn down by the end of this one. And Mitchell, she's a bucket, and she's also a really staunch defender. Started out of the gates here, knocking down a 3-point shot. She had a level of comfort, and tough defense by Burton, exactly as Kelsey Mitchell had mentioned. This was not easy in figuring out exactly where she was going to attack from, but off this game-winning play, a big part of that, too, was just her ability to showcase the handles that are so tight.
We'll stay in Pot A at the beginning of our night. So Kelsey Mitchell awaits the winner of our next matchup. The 2 seed, Kelsey Plum, who will face off against the 7 seed, Natisha Hiedeman. Both players had byes in the first round due to opt-outs, players prioritizing their health and safety ahead of the upcoming hunt for the postseason. Let's look at the tail of the tape of the second round presented by Sprite.
Breanna Wakama told us about the orchestrator Natisha Hiedeman is, shifty elite scorer in Kelsey Plum, and really for both of these players, it's going to be something that is going to be interesting to watch where and how they want to attack from. Natisha Hiedeman is so good from the 3-point line, but she can also use some of her size and getting downhill with that quickness to attack the basket. Kelsey Plum, we spoke with her earlier in this week, and she is ready to go. Believes that she is one of the best one-on-one players here at Unrivaled, so this is her opportunity to showcase that talent.
There was a chip on the shoulder of Plum, who thought she should have been the 1 seed in Pot A, joked as she saw the bracket unveiled. I thought I was going to be the 1, so there is some sort of edge she has developed over these last couple days.
No question, she blamed us, the media, so.
We're just a portion of the vote.
As it should be.
While Hiedeman looks to hold down the fort for the Stud Buds. 2 seed Plum, 7 seed Hiedeman. Over to Rhea.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the second matchup of the second round. Let's meet the players. From Marquette University, representing the Hive, number 2, Natisha Hiedeman. From the University of Washington, representing the Phantom, number 10, Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum, the captain of playoff-bound Phantom, has put up outstanding numbers, the 4th leading scorer in Unrivaled, tied for first with Breanna Stewart in game winners. and attempts the third most threes, has worked on the mid-range in the 3x3 format, while Hiedeman in her Justin Bieber mode with the blonde fro looks to hold it down for the stud buds. Hiedeman and Plum are ready for Allie.
All right, I heard I love you. That's not gonna happen once we tip, right?
Why would you
All right, Kels, it's up to you. You're the higher seed. You can choose to take the pressure on and shoot for ball, or put the pressure on your opponent. What will you choose?
I'm gonna shoot for ball.
Okay, awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So the first time we'll watch Hiedeman and Plum in one-on-one. Again, they had buys in the first round, automatically advancing to our Friday night competition. Winner faces Kelsey Mitchell in the quarterfinals. First place prize takes home $200,000. We crown the one on Saturday night. Plum on the board, step back jumper, smooth.
And for Natisha Hiedeman, it's going to be really important to be active with her hands. Kelsey Plum has got so many moves, so many counters, gets to where she wants to on the floor. You've got to bother her dribble if you can.
And the counter against Vinyl to seal the playoff spot. For Phantom, comes up empty as it trickles off the iron. Hiedeman in the triple threat position with 3 to fire, now shoots the 3. And it's Plum's ball.
And for Natisha Hiedeman, too, the balance of making sure if she's got the quickness to be able to get past Plum and attack around the basket, I think that's going to be important, at least to see some go through and get a little bit more comfort level.
Kelsey Plum with the gallop, drives it and scores with 2 hands. A chance for 3 at the line.
Kelsey Plum is accustomed to and-one opportunities, and that's the challenging part here if you're continuing to follow her, because she finishes so well through contact.
She's made great decisions when she's out on an island. Has had Aliyah Boston alongside in the pick and roll. They have formed a great tandem as teammates for the first time, participants with Team USA in training camp. They will both be with the qualifying squad in Puerto Rico. Stop and start. What a move by Plum to go up 7-zip.
And Natisha Hiedeman said, I was trying to get her on the floor. That was a foul that she was trying to give early, knowing that she was going to get there to the basket. Yeah, and you said it, and Kelsey Plum has been tremendous in the facilitation, distribution, obviously doing what it takes for a team to win, but now it's her time to shine.
Oh, trickery with the dribble, a magic trick by Plum. 10-0 lead. And I'm the 2 seed, she says. Timeout, Hiedeman. This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled.
Kelsey Plum 4th in the league in scoring, and as we mentioned, a big part of that compliments of what the team has been able to do. I mean, that is just yo-yo toy. She covers so much ground with every dribble. In every circumstance, too, for her, it's about read of the defense. She's not predetermining what she's going to do, where she's going to get to. It's all based on where her defender is playing her from and feels like she can score anywhere on the floor.
Some areas of improvement for Plum entering this experience. Her high paint game, which we've seen utilized early in building this lead, because she mentions how people guard her at the arc and at the rim. Looks to carve out space as she rams the shoulder. And that's a reach in by Hiedeman. So a new 7 for Plum. She can't commit another non-shooting foul here, or that's the game. Add a point to the offensive player. Negative step. Fadeaway jumper on the baseline. Kelsey Plum is onto the quarters to face Kelsey Mitchell.
Woo-wee! Kelsey Plum, quick work. She only needed a point to win, but what a tough one. To the right side, and then gets to her spot along the baseline. Lefty, smooth as silk. Whew. She is a scorer. She's got that mentality regardless of format, but one-on-one, yeah, killer. Kelsey Plum got it done.
She had her full bag working tonight. Kelsey Plum is with Allie.
Well, Kelsey, how'd you get your mind right for pure domination, not just in the 3-on-3 setting, not just in the 5-on-5 setting, but now the 1-on-1 setting?
I mean, make no mistake, T's a hell of a competitor, and to be honest, I knew if I gave her the ball, I was going to be playing with fire. So just try to, you know, like keep my foot on the gas. And this is an awesome environment, awesome dynamic. So this is like, I feel like I'm in a UFC fight, which is like, this is as close as I'm going to get to a UFC fight, but it's awesome.
It's easy to get up for this, right? Well, you're 4th in the league in scoring. We know you're great at finishing through contact, but defensively, I mean, that was so outstanding. Were you more impressed with your offense or your defense tonight?
Yeah, I mean, listen, everyone in this league is so good, and there's so much space. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell's a handful for anyone on a 5-on-5 defense, nonetheless, 1-on-1. So I'm going to have my hands full, but I'm excited for the challenge.
We can't wait to see you in the next round. Here's your sticker.
Thank
Place
you.
it on the advance board.
On to the next one. Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Mitchell. Should be absolute cinema. That is the Pod A quarterfinal. Andrew Wiggins of the Miami Heat in the house to congratulate Kelsey Plum on advancing. She fills up her teammates. She mentioned the environment. I love the UFC comp. Paige Bueckers even compared this to tennis or boxing, to Kelsey's point.
Well, and this is a game we talk about so often. You grow up playing once. This is what you do when you're playing at the playground, or you know, so many different circumstances and situations. So it brings you back to that, the core aspect of so many of the ways in which you learn these skill sets, especially for a player like Kelsey Plum that is so excellent in single coverage.
Just our second shutout of the tournament, 12-0 over Hiedeman. We go to Pod B, Arike and Paige next. Stewart's coverage of Unrivaled is presented by Miller Lite. With great taste and only 96 calories, it's Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Second round and quarterfinal action of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. We know our contestants out of Pot A. We'll see Plum and Mitchell, and now it's Arike against Bueckers. The 4 seed Ogunbowale, the 1 seed Bueckers. Teammates in the W, they go head-to-head.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Tough shot maker is Arike Ogunbowale, says Zach O'Brien, and then of course, Noelle Quinn talking about Paige Bueckers. She knows that this is going to be a fun matchup here. Arike is so good in this one-on-one environment. It was really surprising defeat that she had against Brittany Sykes. 11-2 win for Bueckers. It's all about her ability to use that size, strength, and how she gets to her spot. Such a high level of efficiency. That's exactly what she did with an 8-0 run against Kate Martin. We're excited about all these games, BG, but I think this one is going to be really, really spicy.
Tale of Tape is presented by Sprite. Paige Bueckers calls this mental warfare 1v1. Spread your wings. Bueckers and Ogunbowale. Let's go to Rio.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the third matchup of the second round. Let's meet the players. From the University of Notre Dame, representing the Mist, number 24, Arike Ogunbowale. And from UConn, representing the Breeze, number 5, Paige Bueckers.
Get your popcorn ready for this one. Bueckers won 12-5 over 8 seed Kate Martin in her first round game. You mentioned Arike against Sykes, an 11-2 game that wasn't all that close. Arike was 5 of 6 and won that game in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for Arike Ogunbowale, she is so good with how she can play in this one-on-one format.
All right, Bueckers and Ogunbowale are ready for Allen.
Okay, Paige, you know as the higher seed, there's 2 options. You can shoot with confidence for ball, or you can watch in anticipation. Which will you go with?
I'll shoot it.
Was there a doubt in your mind?
No.
I don't think much startles Paige Bueckers, but Arike was her vet in her rookie season in Dallas. 7-year veteran out of Notre Dame, Arike Ogunbowale. Here we go. Ogunbowale with ball first. Works it left side and scoops it in.
Ogunbowale has such strength, and her understanding of how she wants to attack, where to get it from, but even to be able to finish around Paige's size is going to be something that's advantageous for her.
Ogunbowale was in the semifinals in last year's tournament. The lone guard squeezes up there for 2 more.
In Paige Bueckers, I was going to say her big strength, too, is defensively, and so that's where you think she would maybe be able to find ways to exploit, but early on, Arike has been locked in.
The efficiency is carried over from the Sykes win Wednesday. A little arm bar, up and under move. Bueckers stands tall. First touch for Paige Bueckers in this second round affair. Did not shoot a 3 in the first round. Comes up empty. Ogunbowale with the hezzy. Step through move. High off the glass. They scrape and claw for it. Rebound Bueckers. Clears it on her own. Asserts the situation and draws a foul.
This one got physical early. We could see it. And you mentioned that about Bueckers, and she had told Rouse in that post-game interview, kind of surprised her that she didn't take more of those perimeter looks. And so overall, it's going to be interesting to see what Ogunbowale gives up to her and where she's getting on the floor.
Was in the act of shooting. A free throw worth 2 points. Paige Bueckers is on the board. We've got second round and quarterfinal coverage tonight here on TNT. Tomorrow night, we crown the one. First place wins $200,000. Top turnaround. Bueckers a 4-0 run to tie the score.
And that's where I think Bueckers might have just her ability to get to spots in the mid-range, use that size, rise, elevate, and shoot over, something to continue to go to.
The 6-footer against the 5'8" Arike works the left side of the floor, turns, fires again. And a new 7 for Arike. From that spot of the floor, hit heroic shots for Notre Dame. Up fake, floated up, bounces twice off the iron, offensive rebound, and Ogunbowale earns a trip to the line.
Once Arike had her position there on the inside, even though it was coming off a make, she was already blocking out Bueckers, and that's going to be really important. These second chance opportunities make such a difference because so often you end up fouling off of them.
Even with that slight size advantage, Arike does not seem scared down there.
No, because she's so physical, she's strong, and she can create enough space and be able to finish outside the reach of Bueckers. That there's a reason why she's such a good one-on-one player, regardless of who she's up against.
Low stance for Bueckers, dips down, Arike charges right at her, stuck momentarily. We get a whistle, a jump ball. And automatically the ball is awarded to the defensive player.
Okay, let's take a look at this. So she's going hard, bodying right through Bueckers off this play. Bueckers reaches in. It's tough to see on there.
Bueckers rise and fire hits. She's got her first lead after trailing 4-0.
I think that's where her mid-range is going to be her biggest strength here, because Ogunbowale can do her best to be forceful once she gets towards the basket.
A mid-range savant, behind the back dribble, spin move, Bueckers again, yes! She's settled in now. Timeout Arike.
The height, the ability to create space, all of those things is what makes Paige Bueckers' game so special. And you said it, catching a little bit of a rhythm here. Going right down the middle of the floor, and then her handles, her fade back. Ogunbowale can't get to a look like this or a shot. So sometimes in this circumstance, it comes down to just make or miss. And more often than not, you're going to see Paige make those. And now after she's seen some go through, she missed those couple early three-point shots. That changes the dynamic of how she's now looking in the basket.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. The winner of this Pod B second round game faces the winner of our next contest. We've got wings on wings here, then it's aces, and Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray up next. Bueckers up 8-4 and draws a foul on the wrist in the act of shooting. Arike doesn't think so, thought it was on the floor. A free throw worth 2 for Paige Bueckers, 1 for 1 in this game.
It's big. I don't think Arike thought it was a foul at all.
That's true too.
But that's significant.
Trailed 4-0, 10 unanswered for Bueckers. Trickery, rising. Just grazes the iron. Ogunbowale chases the ball down. Will she turn to the 3? Drive, spin, hoist it up. Bueckers the stop. Out to the Sprite circle. Walks back for the ball. Bueckers on the wing against her wing teammate. Bueckers squeezes up there, off the window and in. Paige Bueckers is on to the quarterfinals.
Steady, composed. Started out missing a few and then took over once she began working her mid-range spots. There you see the love between these two. Well, it was all competition on the floor, and there's a nastiness of how Paige was just smooth, not getting sped up. There's your winning bucket of using a little bit of that size and the strength, and both of these players really strong. But Ogunbowale, you really couldn't have played that much better.
Aliyah LaForce is with Paige Bueckers.
Well, Paige, congratulations on another win. Took you 10 shot attempts in round 1, only 8 that time. Any difference in your approach or your strategy offensively?
Just again, trying to get to my spot, be aggressive, stay physical. Reek's a really physical player, so she tried to bum me, get off my spot. So just staying and trying to get to my spots.
For all of us who are fans, how much of a childhood dream is it to be in a one-on-one competition, just like you grew up playing in your neighborhood or behind your house?
Yeah, it's really cool because this is like normal days for us hoopers, and we go to the gym and play one-on-one every day. So for it to be nationally televised, for so many people to see it, that competitive level of basketball, it's really awesome.
We love it. Well, you've officially advanced. Make it official.
Thank you.
Good note by Aliyah on the efficiency. Bueckers was 6 of 10 against Kate Martin, and this one missed the shot for ball. Ogunbowale went up 4-0, and Bueckers wound up 4 for 8.
And that's where we've seen enough through this one-on-one play that even if you get down early, there's opportunities to make runs. It really does come down to, can you get a stop and then find a way to have some level of fluidity and where you want to get it from. And I think that's where Paige Bueckers figured out. There's a reason Noelle Quinn had deemed her a mid-range savant. We've seen that so often from so many different areas of how she can attack, but that is her biggest strength, and that's what she really fell back on. Bueckers, yeah, she went to work right here. This is exactly what she was talking about with Aliyah LaForce, of getting to her spots. And then once she did, she does such a good job of just reading where the body and the angle is of Ogunbowale. In patience, poise, she uses those shot fakes, and right here, yeah, there's a little bit of love to Ogunbowale, teammate, sister, but on the floor, she took quick work of her.
That's her vet. Good sportsmanship at the end of the day. So Bueckers awaits the winner of our 2-3 matchup in Pod B. Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. They've won a gold medal together. They've won championships together. And Jackie fully healthy, of course. And you've got Chelsea Gray, who is so lethal in the clutch. 10 career game winners dating back to last year, including the playoffs when Rose won the title and Gray was Finals MVP. The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite.
A lot of similarity, both in size and strength, and for the two-way playmaker Jackie Young is. Chelsea Gray, yes, clutch closer, but for Jackie Young, she does a good job in not getting sped up, and that's where we'll continue to watch her in this one-on-one game of using her force and her size on the inside. She can knock it from the outside, but she's gonna try to attack her teammate, understanding the nuances of how she plays. Ooh, Chelsea Gray, there you go. She was every bit of that, from getting to the basket, knocking down those three-point shots, and got a good one once again.
Playing for the one-on-one trophy. Let's go to Rhea.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the 4th matchup of the second round. Let's meet the players. From the University of Notre Dame, representing the Laces, wearing 0, Jackie Young. From Duke University, representing the Rose, number 12, Chelsea Gray.
It took a comeback for Gray to knock off 7-seed Natasha Cloud. She hit 3 3-pointers total, 2 of them to overcome a 10-5 deficit, while Young was a bit shaken up in her first-round matchup with Isaiah James. Had to get her finger wrapped up, and from there, as we witnessed, shot out of a cannon and drove the ball to the basket.
And that was a big part of how she attacked James, but I think overall it's going to be interesting to watch, given how well they know one another. They know the tendencies of each other as defender. We talk a lot about Jackie Young and her defense, two-way ability. Chelsea Gray has some of the quickest hands around, and her mind, her brilliance of being one step ahead. I think we're going to see how some of that plays out as well here in this 1v1 format.
Yeah, pacing is very important to both of these players and how they attack. They are also fantastic facilitators. Young and Gray will oftentimes trade off the ball when they play for the Aces to orchestrate offense, but it's mano a mano. Jackie Young, the 3-seed in Pod B. Chelsea Gray, the 2-seed in Pod B. The winner to the quarterfinals to face Paige Bueckers as Young embraces head coach Andrew Wade. Laces in first place, bound for the postseason.
Find a little bit of coaching here by Coach Wade to Jackie Young.
I think our competitors are ready for Aliyah LaForce.
Well, Chelsea, you know Jackie as well as anyone. Would you ever leave it in her hands, or are you going to shoot for ball?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, go get him out there. Good luck. Good luck, Jackie.
The shot for ball is 0 for 3 early in the night. The clutch gene is already shining. Of course, Chelsea Gray would be the first one to hit it tonight. Here we go. Gray against Young. For a round in the quarters. Hit balls out for Gray. It was halfway down. Young sidestep three-pointer. Took her time with that first outlet pass. Here handles it herself. Puts the head down and drives. Score the bucket and the foul.
Little reach in there by Chelsea Gray. And so often in these games, too, we see a feel-out process of how physical you can be while keeping it clean, because the importance of getting a shot from the free throw line to put up some points is really significant.
Jackie Young, a 94% free throw shooter through 10 games played in the Unrivaled
I always think this,
season
though,
2.
BG, we see some more. You're not always taking one with no one there in the lane.
Chisels for space, score another one. But the foul was called at the elbow. So a reach in by Gray. No hoop, still a 2-0 lead for Young. Young, pop a three. Gray skies in. Notice how each takes their time to walk over the line to catch that outlet, catch their breath, and settle in. Step back jumper, high arcing finish by Chelsea Gray.
And Chelsea Gray lost a contact. And she's saying that was a foul because I lost a contact. Got whacked in the eye.
Well, if there's contact with the contact.
Hey, I know.
You might have a case.
Hey.
Do you ever run into that problem?
I carry extra contacts because, yes, I cannot see without them. Let's say, yeah, right there. You know what? Before the spin, I think Young's arm got her a little bit across the face. Jackie Young got a couple of shots right here.
Stays loose.
But you said it, both of these players, they're veterans for a reason. Savviness, they're trying to figure every ounce of advantage they can get. A big part of the walking up and figuring out where you can find some of your seconds of just catching a breath.
We travel to Pod D next. Aliyah Boston, the 4 seed. We finally get to watch her play against Breanna Stewart, the 1 seed in Pod D. Followed by Shakira Austin as the 6 seed against 2 seed. Last year's runner-up, Aliyah Edwards. Okay, back in progress. Chelsea Gray fires one up. Rebound Young. This one tied at 2. We play to a winning score of 11. Young glides in and scores. Young's health at the top of mind because the way she can maneuver in the paint, it's a lot different when you're at full health. Angles in there, bats the ball. Ooh, Jackie Young takes a tumble over the content crew. Well, the physicality amps up too, and you know you are 1 step closer to a grand prize of $200,000.
That, though, was an excellent block out by Chelsea Gray, and we've seen this in different circumstances. Look at her, look at her looking at her teammate.
Jackie Young up 4-2. Chelsea Gray uses that left arm to separate, fires, drills it.
Chelsea Gray's found success in the mid-range. Continuing to work, make Jackie Young have to backpedal just a little bit, but finding those spots in the intermediate game.
Even at 4. Filthy cross, jumper, good! Chelsea Gray has the lead. $11 pro seasons to Jackie Young's 7. They won gold together in Paris. They've won multi-championships together in Las Vegas. Young, foul on Gray, on the floor.
They're going at one another. These are 2 physical players, and they're bumping throughout. We see them continue to have some dialogue right here, but for both of these players, just understanding of how to stay in front, they're so excellent at it. They've done this throughout the course of it.
Young on the drive, a little bully ball, bodies in there. to tie it at 6.
Got to grind out.
A slow walk to the starting point, which is half court. Walk up 3. Chelsea Gray collects. Catches the outlet pass, have to catch that ball beyond the arc. Sidestep jumper, smooth again. 8-6 Gray.
I think that's where she can be most effective here against Jackie Young, because she can create space. Call a timeout. But sometimes with this 1v1, it gets your legs, it gets you your wind. I mean, we continue to see that of truly understanding how exhausting this is. So sometimes three-point shots don't go down as consistently as you would normally see. And there's Chelsea Gray with a big-time bucket. Just rise, fire. That's a tough one.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical paint partner of Unrivaled. Each player surrounded by close ones, coaches, colleagues to inspire. Great crowd on hand here at Sephora Arena for the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. The winner of Gray Young advances to the quarterfinals to face Paige Bueckers. That matchup determines the winner of Pod B. Again, Pod D. Second round games are up next. Still unfinished business. Can this be the knockout punch? A block by Young. Our first steal or block of this contest. Young takes a peek at the clock on the opposite side of the floor. Gray takes her time. Grabs in the triple threat. Chisels. Gray falling away. Knocks it down. It's game point now for Chelsea Gray. Up 10-6. Jackie Young did score first. Gray, the clutch closer, followed by Young.
A smart foul, you do it on the ground, it slows up Chelsea Gray, but the dangerous part is that if you pick up another one there, she gets that point.
Here goes Gray. Pull up again. Chelsea Gray is moving on. You said it. Mid-range. Turn to it often.
It's a huge part of her game, but also how you've got to attack against such an excellent defender in Jackie Young. And as Nola Henry called her player the clutch closer, we have seen this time and time again. Chelsea Gray, the point guard, comes through. She had a determined look at this one. You saw it right from the beginning.
It means a little more, too, to beat your teammate during the summertime. Chelsea Gray is with Aliyah Force.
Well, Chelsea, we saw a lost contact. We saw a shot in the nose. I mean, two of the most physical players in this league. You knew that going in, but what was it like to actually feel it out there?
I mean, everybody knew that that's my dog. And so I knew it was going to be a tough competition. She's elite, man. She's great. So I'm glad to get the dub, knock down some shots. That's what you got to do, man.
You've won championships together. You've won gold together. Like you said, that's a girl. What was your approach coming in? Did you guys speak? Did you talk trash to each other? Was there strategy, or did you just feel it out play by play?
I talked to her all day.
That was probably really hard for you.
I couldn't, and we talk all the time, so I couldn't talk to her all day. So I knew it was going to be a battle. I had to lock into an opponent and try not to see Jackie as much.
All right, well, here's your sticker. Go put it up on the big Jumbotron. You are advancing.
She came up clutch to knock off her teammate. Chelsea Gray is on to face Paige Bueckers in the quarterfinals. And you love the respect they have for one another. They share a close bond, spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, and that makes it even more fun, but also challenging. And I do think when a player knows your tendencies, your strengths, but also some of your weaknesses, but overall, love to see the competition, the advancement. Chelsea Gray, great job at smacking her name on the list to advance on.
Up next of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite, Boston Stewart in Pod B.
Loud, it draws attention. It moves faster than you think.
Unrivaled co-founder Breanna Stewart had a secret that she could no longer hold on to. Big news from Breanna Stewart, or Stu York.
They always describe it in the same way. It's even better in person. It's loud, it draws attention. It moves faster than you think. If you can win there, you can win anywhere. It's the best fan base in the world. Unrivaled in Brooklyn, March 2nd.
The Unrivaled semifinals, March 2nd in Brooklyn at Barclays Center. You do not want to miss this, folks. Tickets are on sale now. Go get them before they don't last. We cannot wait for March 2nd for the Unrivaled
semifinals. Baby, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. The Tail of the Tape is presented by Sprite. Pod D now, second round, Aliyah Boston, Breanna Stewart.
Well, size and skill, you know Breanna Stewart has that. And the newfound shooter in Aliyah Boston. She's a scorer, but she can work it on the inside and also the outside effectiveness.
Rhea, take it away.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the 5th matchup of the second round. Let's meet the players. From the University of South Carolina, representing the Phantom, number 7, Aliyah Boston. And from UConn, representing the Mist, number 30, Breanna Stewart.
Breanna Stewart ranks 5th in Unrivaled in rebounds. Aliyah Boston 4th. And Boston is 7th in scoring. Stewart 8th. Contrasting styles, a physical big on the docket once again for Stewart. She beat Lee Rue. Now it's Aliyah Boston.
Yeah, and Breanna Stewart can face up against any type of a skill set and player, but that is going to be interesting how exactly she looks to attack Boston.
Well, they smile for now. They're locked in with Allie.
Who gets to start with the ball? That's up to the higher seed. That's you, Breanna. Are you going to shoot for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot.
I had a good feeling that was the case. As you should. Good luck.
Both of these bigs are capable three-point shooters. As Sarah teased, Aliyah Boston shooting 33% from deep, has hit 13 threes in season 2 of Unrivaled. A mid-range fire by Stewart, it trickles in.
Breanna Stewart works so well in space, and that's what she's always trying to get to. So what is this one, people? That is all it is about.
Against another physical post, maneuvers in traffic and finds a way to bank it home. Breanna Stewart has shot out of a cannon here in round 2. A little more dribbling this time. Boston the stuff. Unrivaled's leader in block shots. Makes her first signature play and scores.
And that's where the shift of possession is going to make such a difference with Aliyah Boston. You know Breanna Stewart is one of the great defenders, but for Boston to use her size and physicality around the basket is going to be big.
Now Stewart returns the favor. Boston sticks with the play and is fouled on the hook shot. A chance to tie it at the line.
We're talking a lot about these offensive powers, which both these players are. I think we're going to have a little block party here in this session because both of these players are so good in their tracking, their timing, and how to stay with the play.
Free throw to Boston, sinks it to tie the score. You hear how it's a game of runs in 5-on-5, in 3-on-3. The same can be said in 1-on-1. Each player has used a 4-0 run. Boston 3, short. Stewart gets the clear, deep pocket. On the move. That swim through won't work. Boston swarms her and throws it away. The outlet passer in the Sprite circle cannot leave the circle. So a turnover. That means it's Stewart's ball. Back and down, back and down. Step back and a foul by Boston.
Sometimes you get a rebound, you're so used to just getting the outlet, being on the run. You think everyone's moving on the run.
You're on the run to clear, that's about it. Stewart, an 87% free throw shooter, a rare miss. Jab step 3, the Boston 3-party has arrived in 1-on-1. And Aliyah Boston has her first lead. Quick step with the dribble. High dribble now, Boston spins and banks it in.
You get a little bit of bounce when you see a three-point shot go through, and then all of a sudden it opens up the floor and allows you more of a runway to get to the basket.
That starting point is at half court, but each player has taken a slight step forward. Couple of fakes. Stewart the stop. Down 9-4 all of a sudden. The top seed in Pod D fires a 3. Long rebound. Wise move by Boston to watch it trickle, and Boston calls a timeout. Realizes her opportunity here. One more bucket. She moves on.
You want to be fresh, ready to go, and she started it on the defensive end, and how she's been able to do a good job of staying in front of Breanna Stewart, and when she's done that, big time block there on the perimeter. She's also done a nice job here, of course, and the range as she's poured into that three-point shot, taking a little bit of a hitch out of it, and it's been a part of a progress that now has made her so versatile in how she can attack and score you.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. Stewart's wife, Marta, watching closely with the kiddos, Ruby and Theo. who congratulated Stewart after the first round win. She joked how she scored. That is an offensive foul whistled on Boston. That would have been game, of course, but not over yet.
We can keep saying it. Breanna Stewart, not only is she excellent defensively because of her length, her quickness, her size, but she's also got excellent smart. She squares up, gets her feet set, created just enough room because she knows she's laughing with Aliyah Boston. She knew she was going to be coming right at her because that was probably the most strategic play in possession for her to try and finish off this game, is just go right at the basket.
Phantom coaching staff is talking up Boston from the sideline. Stewart down 9-4. He played to the winning score of 11. Stewart rises, tried to squeeze by. And Boston walks over the three-point line. That's where they must catch the outlet pass. Boston for three. Off the back iron.
And that's a nice job by Stewart, giving her a little bit of space. Because if anything, you'd rather her rely on that.
Stewart, Hezzy, mid-range, trying to fire it over Boston. At 6'5", disrupts the release. Next bucket for Boston, she's moving on. Poked at by Stewart, shot clock to 2. Boston gets it off in time. Long rebound, Aliyah Boston, new 7. On the attack, Aliyah Boston, a bump, settles in the paint, knocked out of bounds by Stewart.
That's some quick hands, as Breanna Stewart's calling a timeout right now. Now she's gonna take a break. She's done a good job in at least staving off Aliyah Boston from getting that game winner.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical paint partner of Unrivaled.
Okay, so take a look at this. Aliyah Boston coming through and, ooh. Nice job. Who'd they call this off of? Or is this what?
Well, there is still 0.8 on the shot clock for Aliyah Boston. Our Sephora officials, who did an outstanding job on Wednesday, controlling the atmosphere, but allowing the players to do what they do best. Some freedom in the space. Ball was last touched by Stewart, and Aliyah Boston has the ball. Coming up next, the winner of this game faces the winner of our next Pod D matchup. Boston just hoisted one from half court. We'll have 6-seed Shakira Austin against 2-seed last year's runner-up Aaliyah Edwards. Halfway through this matchup, Stewart is still hanging on by a fingernail. Back in with the right, fadeaway J, short. Another chance for Boston. Slow walk beyond the line, clears it with 2 feet. Tip high dribble, fall away J.
They're both creating some quality looks and one that would normally go down.
Stewart sinks a 3. A 5-point swing, and now it's a 2-point game.
It feels entirely different because now it's a 2-possession game here for Stewart. She's got the ball.
And it's make it, take it. Stewart again from deep. Boston is there for the rebound. Can she deliver the knockout punch? Chisels in, bank is open. Aliyah Boston pulls off the upset and is moving on to the quarterfinals.
A really well-played game between both of these individuals, but for Aliyah Boston, she continued to showcase the inside-outside work, her handles, the tightness of them, how she got to the spots on the floor that she wanted to, and she just bodies right through Breanna Stewart to bump off, create a little space, and then uses that soft touch off the backboard to get that winner. And both of these players, great offense, excellent defense.
Our lowest seed to advance thus far in the second round of the quarters, Aliyah Boston with Allie.
Well, Aliyah, congratulations. What was part of your strategy just during that last timeout, and how did you stave off the 5-0 swing?
Just trying to take efficient shots, get downhill, maybe try to get a foul, but just finish close to the basket.
And how about defensively? I mean, how did you keep Stewart in front of you so well?
I mean, I just tried my hardest. Just try to be a little physical on her bumps, trying to drive, but just contesting every shot.
I got it done. Congratulations on advancing.
Thank
Here's
you.
your sticker.
All right.
Well, Aliyah Boston has joked, thanks to her teammate Kelsey Plum of Phantom that she no longer crashes out. So when things don't go her way, she doesn't get a foul call, misses a free throw, she remains very composed and in the moment.
She's told us before she expects every shot to go through. So there's a steadiness to really how she's approached this game, and I think approached this 1v1 tournament, especially considering the fact that she did have a bye on Wednesday. So comes through, gets her feel early on.
You wouldn't know she's 24 is the point. Just amazing composure to finish the deal. 3-year pro out of South Carolina. Aliyah Boston onto the quarters to face the winner of Edwards in Austin.
And strength in how she was able to open up this game. That three-point shot did a lot to give her some breathing room and the lead, and then she operated where she does best, in the post, facing up, and then once she got Breanna Stewart on her hip, understanding angles to close things out.
Coming up next over at the PWC practice studio, Shakira Austin knocked off 3-seed Arike Hamby on Wednesday. And Aaliyah Edwards opposed a big and Dominique Malonga at 6'6", outlasted her 11-8. Boston awaits the winner of that second round matchup to find out who she'll face in the quarters. One step closer to $200,000. That is the first place prize, the champion's prize. $50,000 last year for Aaliyah Edwards, the runner-up to Napheesa Collier. Lost in a battle in a 2 out of 3, lost in 3 games. The tale of the tape is presented by Sprite. Once again, Sarah, a taller player for Edwards to battle.
Yeah, and coaches tell us what they see in their players. Big guard for Aaliyah Edwards. She can do a little bit of everything. And when it comes to Shakira Austin, she is a versatile enforcer. It's how she's able to use the quickness, the length, but also the soft touch she has around the basket. Aaliyah Edwards, she's familiar with how she can be most effective in this one-on-one game. Played a taller player with a ton of length and Malonga, and so that was new, that was interesting for her, but it was the creativity that she enjoyed figuring out ways in which she was able to still be efficient.
Austin loves her handles, how they translate over, and Aaliyah Edwards is proud of how the 3-ball has gone in for her in this format. Edwards, Austin up next.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the 6th matchup of the second round. Let's meet the players. From Ole Miss, representing the Rose, wearing 0, Shakira Austin. And from UConn, representing the Lunar Owls, number 8, Aliyah Edwards.
Edwards said after her first round win over Dominique Malonga that the matchup of Dom at 6'6", it got her outside of her comfort zone. Now she has 6'5" Shakira Austin in her way. Shakira last season reached the second round, but lost to Azare Stevens. So as a lower seed in Austin, she is used to being counted out.
And I think the interesting part, both of these individuals played really tightly contested matchups on Wednesday. We didn't necessarily see a lot of that, but they had tremendous hard-fought wins in each of them, so a little bit more experience they come with.
Aliyah LaForce, it's all yours.
Okay, ladies, Aaliyah, the big decision as the 1 seed. Do we shoot for possession or do we watch our opponent?
I'm gonna shoot.
You're gonna shoot. Is everybody gonna shoot? It's what you do, right?
I don't know, it's my decision. But
Go get it.
thank you.
Go get it.
Shakira Austin starts with the ball. There were a total of 27 shot attempts between Austin and Hamby. It was a grinder. Edwards went down 6-0 to Malonga, then went on a 9-0 run to take control. Tough angle on the jumper. Austin is 1 of 1.
Yeah, and that is a tough shot by Shakira Austin. Aaliyah Edwards did a great job defensively of forcing her off her spot. and taking up that whole shot clock, and Austin's still able to follow that through. Both these players, we're talking about big guard, both these players can handle, they can shoot, they can stretch you out.
Takes pride in her handle as a big. Austin spins, called for a double dribble. Aliyah Edwards possesses the rock for the first time. Walks into a three. Out to the Sprite circle. Outlet passers must stand inside the circle. Austin carves out room and scores. A chance to make it 3 at the line.
And Shakira also talked about after Wednesday in that first win, figuring out exactly how physical you can be. Part of that is defensively, but part of that offensively is how you're attacking and how you're able to really initiate some contact against your defender.
She entered season 2 of Unrivaled focusing on making split decisions, 0.5 decision making, 0.5 seconds, make the right read, be efficient. So far, so good. 2 for 2, plus a free throw to go up 5-0 on Edwards, the 2 seed. Last year's runner-up, they're bottled up, and a reach-in foul by Edwards.
You're already seeing, though, Aliyah Edwards take the approach of understanding she's got to bother Austin's dribble and how much she can reach in, look to try and either get picks or deflections or make her go off her path of how she's trying to get to the basket with her size and with that height.
Jab step at the right, driving to her left. Austin curls, and a foul is called on Edwards. She don't think so.
I'll say this much, our studio teammates were asking for some spice. They wanted all the smoke. They wanted things to get going here down in Miami at Unrivaled in this one-on-one tournament. And I think this is a matchup they're definitely going to see that continue to rise.
Austin gets to the line the most of any Unrivaled player and takes advantage of 7-0. And Aliyah Edwards uses her timeout. Each player has a 30-second breather. This might be more than a breath. This might be strategy. The timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. We're here tonight for the second round and the quarterfinals, semis, and the championship tomorrow night.
Shakira Austin is just using that force she has to get herself to the basket. And a tough position here for Aliyah Edwards because she's got the quickness to attack. There's enough space, enough length, and your point about strategy, I think an excellent one too, because for Aliyah Edwards, for as much as we're talking about her ability to maybe knock down three-point shots or what she can do from the perimeter, you also got to be careful of taking those threes if you miss and giving the possession back to Austin, who's operated very methodically in what and how she wants to attack.
Lunar Owls teammates are on Edwards' side, including Captain Napheesa Collier, Rachel Banham, Marina Mabry, former UConn teammate Paige Bueckers, who is moving on tonight after a win, and all of a sudden, Edwards tripped up by Austin. There's the spice. Got that, Renee? They're giving it to you.
Keep pouring it on.
Coach DJ Sackman tabbed Edwards as the big guard as Aliyah's Sprite strength on the move. Up and under move, foul Austin. So a journey to the free throw line, trying to bait Austin into a foul just to maybe get her off the schneid here.
And this, though, is where the unlimited fouls, we know you can still pick up points and get to the free throw line, but with this cushion that Shakira Austin has, you can push the limits a little bit more and how physical you're being, because you've got some wiggle room there to hopefully come up with a few extras.
Edwards has scored, make it, take it. Follow AJ is good. We got a game. Edwards between the legs dribble. Now a crossover, another cross. chases it down, uses the outlet passer on the offensive rebound. Square the shoulders, too strong on the jumper. Austin. Wiggles inside, no. Take the three. And the reach in by Shakira Austin. But now, on fouls like that, you get a reset to 7 as the offensive player.
That though was a situation. Austin was giving her a little bit of room, and Aliyah Edwards thought about the three-point shot. I like the fact that she still continued to attack.
Ball's in from the starting point. Now at the free throw line. Bump and a curl. 6-0 response by Aliyah Edwards after she trailed 7-0.
Don't forget, Edwards got down Dominique Malonga, then went on a 9-0 run. So we continue to talk about it. There's a balance in momentum, especially when you're seeing the ball go through and finding areas on the floor that you feel most comfortable in. And that's where it feels like Edwards is at right now. Puts it on the deck, and she's such a smooth finisher, but it's that little bit of counter. It's the turn and watch. Austin gets the jump and does a great job there on creating some space. Versatility in how she's attacking.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. Each competitor has used their timeout in this second round matchup. The winner advances to face Aaliyah Boston in the quarters. Pod C is next in second round action. Meanwhile, Chelsea Gray advanced in Pod B. She's got Paige Bueckers next.
Oh, we've got good ones here.
Again,
we've
folks,
said it about every single one, but it does. Feels like it gets better and better.
The quarterfinals are tonight. We have that coverage for you right here on TNT. Edwards stuck and blocked by Austin. And a foul follows by Aliyah Edwards. Physicality is amped up, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and so has the defense. Look at Austin just continuing to keep her body in front, ball and basket, move with the moves and counters that Edwards is trying to make on her, and then using that wingspan, 78 inches.
Austin had 2 blocks against Hamby in her first round matchup. Spins into traffic, and Aliyah Edwards with a swat of her own. 3-pointer. Grazes the iron and runs out of real estate. Shakira Austin's ball.
We found this, players finding every few seconds they can to catch a little bit of breath, take their time until they have to go.
We play to a winning score or the player leading after 10 minutes. We have 4 minutes to go. High off the glass and in. Austin won an and one. Banks at home, it's 9-6. A bucket here would do the job. There she goes again. This is gritty. Off 1 foot. Stopped by Edwards. Has the outlet pass. Draws a foul. It's on the floor.
You got 2 extraordinarily strong players, but seemingly very fatigued.
Edwards attacks and grabbed from behind. That means a point to Edwards. Consecutive non-shooting fouls on 2 straight trips. Edwards wants to make the case she was in the act of shooting. Not the case. Over the point, 9-7, still keep possession. Bump. Turn with the left, no. With the right this time. Grabs it again. Edwards in the lane. We're tied.
That is strong. We use the term counter moves, and that was every little bit of her bag. And now Aliyah Edwards is asking for the ball because she wants to go.
They're going to leave it all out there. Poked away by Austin. 3 to shoot for Edwards. Sees the clock, lets it fly. Rivers! Last year's runner-up survives and is on to the quarters.
Both of these players left it all on the court, but Aliyah Edwards just had a little bit more. How tough is this bucket? It's hard to think. I mean, Aliyah Edwards holding that pivot foot, coming up with the rebound, needing to create space to get that game winner, and it's unbelievable how hard both of these players were going at one another. And that's where you could feel the emotion that came with that victory for Aliyah Edwards.
Two come-from-behind wins for Edwards in the first round and the second round. Aliyah Edwards is with Allie LaForce.
Well, Aliyah, how rewarding was that game winner?
Really rewarding. Didn't really hit a shot all night, so it was great to hit the game winner.
How would you describe, I mean, we can think looking in just how physical that matchup was. How'd it feel to you?
Very physical, but, you know, we came here to hoop. I got all love for my sis, Kira. How's her rookie? And we do ones all the time, so it was back like old times, so I loved it. But we both came out here in battle, so that's what I loved about it.
Here's your sticker. Get your name on that leaderboard.
Got to get it in.
The hootie even sounded a little tired there. It was unbelievable. What an incredible matchup between these two. And she said it. Know each other, they play against each other, they've done it before, but to be able to do it on this showcase. And Aliyah Edwards said she is coming for that Napheesa Collier crown.
That's right.
And come from behind win like that just shows so much moxie and composure to be able to stay with it.
She's baby fee for now. Aliyah Edwards, just 2 years younger than Shakira Austin, as she mentioned. Austin was her vet in Washington once she entered the league. So Aliyah in the quarters. Boston against Edwards. Up next, we conclude the second round. We venture to Pod C at the PWC practice studio. One seed Allisha Gray is ready. You're watching Unrivaled one-on-one tournament action on TNT, presented by Sprite here in Miami, Florida. This takes you back to when you were a kid, playing in the backyard or at the park. Ones, baby. Saniya Rivers, the 8th seed in Pod C, faces #1 seed of Pod C, Allisha Gray. The tale of the tape is presented by Sprite.
Allisha Gray, complete player, scored all 3 levels. She can defend. And Saniya Rivers, human eraser. We know that the height is pretty much the same, but the length of Saniya Rivers is something that is so often a problem, and she's got an ability to finish outside her range because of it. For Allisha Gray, a deadly bucket, and she lives for this. Loves the one-on-one game, her ability to find her spots on the floor that she can be so effective.
Rivers has a 6'7" and a quarter wingspan. Allisha Gray knows her length. They're playing for this trophy and a grand prize of $200,000 to the champion. Gray and Rivers with a chance to go to the quarters. Coming up.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the 7th matchup of the 2nd round. Let's meet the players. From NC State, representing the vinyl, number 22, Saniya Rivers. And from the University of South Carolina, representing the Mist, number 15, Allisha Gray.
Allisha, the former Gamecock, of course. Saniya Rivers, a brief stint with Dawn Staley in the Gamecocks before finishing her collegiate career at NC State. She told us that Dawn Staley challenged her to become a better defender, and she has lived up to it. Aliyah LaForce has Allisha Gray. And
Okay, Allisha, you think she's gonna shoot it? Is she right? Yeah. All right, get out there.
Saniya Rivers will start with the ball. Jubilant already. Allisha Gray has made it known to the women's basketball world in this format. Be the exposer. Don't get exposed. And 3x3 and ones. Fadeaway jumper by Rivers. Often turns to that mid-range pull. It's a Gray three-pointer swish.
That first one for ball was just a little practice shot. Now she's got it working. And you'll remember Aliyah Edwards, who we just saw win. That's who knocked off Allisha Gray last year in the quarters.
Tough high arcing off the window. Missed it. Ball to Rivers. Newly acquired vinyl. In a 3-player trade last week. Powers back up. And a late whistle. Fouls on Gray, Rivers to the line for one worth 2.
You are already seeing, though, if Saniya Rivers gets that deep underneath the basket, she's so tough to try and stop those shots because of that length of her arms, because of the wingspan. So she not only utilizes that defensively, but offensively, such a huge advantage.
She even asked Gray, it's my ball? Yes, it's make it, take it, Saniya.
Well, Matt Miller told everyone, you gotta read all the rules.
We got an extra rule book here. Crossover, fall away is true. And Rivers has the lead. Will we get a Cinderella story in this year's tournament? There's Aliyah Edwards last year as a low seed. Rivers pops a 3, drills it. Okay now, 7-3 Saniya Rivers.
If Rivers can knock down some of those perimeter looks, that changes the dynamic of what she can do on the offensive side.
Gets to her spot and draws a foul on Gray. It's on the floor. Allisha Gray last year won a first-round matchup with Jordan Canada, then beat Collier Copper in the second round, lost in the quarters to Aliyah Edwards. Rivers, armbar. Squares up, and a foul called on Gray. So another free throw for Rivers.
And if you're Allisha Gray, you've got to make sure that this, in your frustration with fouls, doesn't get in your head of just how you want to consistently play, because we've seen the momentum shift so much throughout the course of games.
Rivers takes care of business, up 9-3. Now a chance to pull off the upset. Puts the head down and drives, finds an angle. We play on. Gray clears the line. This would be big. Drills it. 9-6.
And just like that, things shift. You can feel the energy shift. And for Gray, what she will decide to do here off this possession.
On the attack to her left hand. Back to her right. Jumper good. 9-8. She's made a 3 already. And Rivers will use a timeout. Each player has a 30-second timeout, and this timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical paint partner of Unrivaled.
Saniya Rivers has been impressive defensively, but in particular offensively, knocking down a big three-point shot that allowed her the lead, but then Allisha Gray has gone to work, and she hit a 3, she gets it in the mid-range, and now gives herself an opportunity to decide, to your point, if she does want to go for a 3 and the potential game winner, or continue to see where and how Saniya Rivers will play her, how much room she'll give her.
That's right. Well, Gray admitted when we had her on the broadcast last week that what jumps out to her about Rivers is her length. As a defender, 6'7" and a quarter wingspan. Lena Walker, our former coach with Hyde, says her arms go on forever. Draped all over her, but Gray finds an angle. She's fired up. 10-9. Game point. Rivers creeps up on it, low stance. Aims to keep up, reach in, foul.
Again, very significant, because you cannot foul on the floor twice in a row.
That results in a point for the offense. Gray slithers right. Off the glass and in. A come from behind effort. Allisha Gray, the 1 seed in Pod C, advances to the quarterfinals. She'll get the winner of Citron and Burrell, which is next.
Ooh, we have been treated to some comebacks in these last couple. The latest, Allisha Gray. This is a big-time basket. She was down by 3 at the time, works her way inside, and then for the game, right up the gut. Patience, poise, finishing through those long arms. Yeah, we know Gray is a killer. She locked it down there to close that one out.
Rivers put a little fear into her. Allisha Gray is with Allie.
Well, Allisha, what went wrong early, and what did that trigger in you to make that incredible comeback?
I feel like nothing went wrong. I mean, Saniya was just hitting shots. I mean, that's what she do, hit shots. So it was just when I knew when I got the ball, I couldn't give it back to her, because I think she would have gained me.
She came with her best game too. What was the best advice that you've gotten leading into this that you will carry over to the next round?
Just continue playing my game, continue doing what I've been doing. I mean, it's nothing changed. It's still basketball at the end of the day.
You do you. Here's your sticker. It's official. Congratulations.
Allisha Gray is the third 1 seed to advance to the quarters. And she admits Rivers hit some tough shots. It's not just the length of Rivers, of course, defensively, but when she jumps, that release is a challenge to defend.
The release, even when she's around the basket, how she can finish with that length against different defenders. So credit to Rivers, but overall, that was gut check time for Allisha Gray to force that comeback, be really methodical in how she was scoring and strategic of where she was going to get to on the floor against a defender that has got that type of size and range like Rivers has. And we saw it. We mentioned off the top, complete player. That's offensively, that's defensively, and that's scoring at all 3 levels. Gray splat with some 3-point shots as she stretched it out. attack the mid-range, good intermediate work, and then closing things out right around the basket. Big-time bucket for Allisha Gray, and we're set to close things out for the quarters.
Thank you to Miller Lite for being the official beer sponsor of Unrivaled. So there is one spot remaining in our final 8. So for those of you watching at home, of course, the popsicle headache, you got 2 Kelseys, 2 Aliyahs, 2 Grays.
Popsicle headache for the play-by-play. Man, you're the one with the tough job.
Well, I hope some agree at home, but there's a look at the bracket. We're in Pod C, of course. Second round action, our final second round matchup. 6-seed Sonia Citron, who knocked off Marina Mabry, and 7-seed Ray Burrell, who powered by Ryan Howard.
Stealthy score in Sonia Citron, and that was a big upset. But for Ray Burrell, slash and dash, she had a tough matchup that she was up against as she was facing Ryan Howard, her teammate, and this was some big-time baskets by Burrell. A big part for her slashing and dashing is how effective she can be in finishing. For Citron, another tough one. I mean, Marina Mabry, we know the type of scorer she is, but it was Citron who showcased a really nice amount of offensive prowess.
And both of their first-round wins were theatric and came down to the wire. One of these Cinderellas will keep on going to the quarters. Citron and Burrell coming up.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the 8th and final matchup of the second round. Let's meet the players. From the University of Tennessee, representing the vinyl, number 12, Ray Burrell. And from the University of Notre Dame, representing the high, number 11, Sonia Citron.
All right, here we go. Citron says the defensive side of the basketball is kind of a win tip for you. She used her defense to close in on Marina Mabry, trailed at one point 10-5, and then clawed her way back. As for Burrell, thinks the versatility she has in her length provide edges in her one-on-one game. Burrell and Citron are with Allie.
You guys know the drill. Higher seed gets to pick, shoot, or let your opponent shoot. Sonia?
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, best of luck.
No matter the results of this second round game between Citron and Burrell, this will be the lowest seed to advance to the quarterfinals. Burrell trailed 7-0 to Ryan Howard and rallied back to knock off her final teammate. Across, circles, back in the lane and lays it in.
Those are the difference for Ray Burrell. She can get there to the hoop with that quickness, but it's about the consistency in finishing. That's what she did so well on Wednesday.
And Citron commits a foul. And this was in the active shooting, so Burrell shoots one worth 2. Coach Weatherspoon is watching intently from the sideline across the way. And a 4-0 lead. Just love the energy Spoon brings, how she pours into her players.
She was nervous on Wednesday seeing 2 of her players play one another, but you could feel it. She does. It's an intense love.
Burrell almost hit the deck. Citron wide open three-pointer. Hit 2 threes against Mabry in the win in the first round. Burrell backs down. Fire it. Hit it. 6-zip Ray Burrell.
And that was good clutch hesitation as she was first going up with it. Citron comes out on her quick with the closeout.
Burrell through the legs again. She is all done being sweet. She is Killer Ray. And spoons out of her chair. What a start for Ray Burrell. We've only had 2 shutouts. At this point in the tournament, Burrell goes for it. Oh! Moving on to the quarterfinals. A shutout.
To the paint, to the paint, to the paint, and then pure from the top of the key. Oof. Ray Burrell showcasing the quickness. She's got size and length with those long strides, but needed a 3 to win this one. It clocks it. That is a big time bucket and quite a performance for Ray Burrell, who faced a very different opponent than she saw on Wednesday. Nonetheless, big time result.
She has a date with Allisha Gray in the quarters. Ray Burrell is with Allie.
Well, Ray, congratulations. That was a little different than your round one when you went down 7-0 and had to make the comeback. There was no turning back in this one from start to finish. Congratulations on that start. I mean, what went different this time?
Yeah, I just wanted to just get straight to it and not play with the ball. I feel like I was playing with it a little bit too much last game, and so I just wanted to stay aggressive from the jump, and that's what I did.
Tonight is super unique because you just watched your future opponent, Allisha Gray. What do you think, and what are you looking forward to in that matchup?
Yeah, tough opponent. I mean, it's going to be a good matchup. Just got to come ready and come aggressive like I just did, and, you know, it's going to be a good little fight.
We can't wait to see it. Put your name up on the board.
Thank you.
Congrats again.
Oh, wow, there was a moment there where Citron had a wide open 3 when Burrell got tripped up, and had that gone in, it changes the trajectory possibly of that game, but it's a shutout.
Sometimes that's what it's all about, just those one shots, one plays that you make. And for Ray Burrell too, just having the consistency of getting it going early. She saw it go through. She understood how important it was for her to get to the basket. So often it is, but it too was finishing through contact and being able to initiate some of those off the quickness of her first step. Watch out, Ray Burrell is coming.
The Unrivaled one-on-one tournament is presented by Sprite, and then there were 8s. We are not done tonight here in Miami. The quarterfinals will go to Mitchell and Plum, Kelsey v. Kelsey. That's next on TNT. Back at Sephora Arena in Miami, the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament is presented by Sprite. In the meantime, Breanna Stewart had a big announcement to share.
They always describe it in the same way. It's even better in person. It's loud, it draws attention. It moves faster than you think. If you can win there, you can win anywhere. It's the best fan base in the world. Unrivaled in Brooklyn, March 2nd.
On the road again, yes, the Unrivaled playoff semifinals head to Brooklyn Monday, March 2nd. Folks, get this, they've already sold 10,000 tickets. Unbelievable. Do not wait. Get your tickets now for Unrivaled in NYC for the upcoming semifinals. We're on to the quarterfinals, though, of the one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite here at Sephora Arena. 8 players remain, a couple of 1 seeds, couple of upsets. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok. Wow, what a field we have left.
Unbelievable, and the vibe is high, the energy is, and you know the spiciness will take place on the floor, the level of compete. And now, what will it look like with the quickness of the turnaround for these players now playing again?
All right, let's take a look at how we got here. We just plowed through the second round, and now we're on to the quarters. The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite. Kelsey v. Kelsey. Plum and Mitchell.
Cincy Speed representing Cincinnati, Ohio. The quickness of Kelsey Mitchell, two-way player, shifty elite scorer. We know Kelsey Plum is, but for Mitchell, it's been all about how she's been able to get herself to the basket. This is such a huge part of how we see her play regardless. And Plum, she has got counter after counter move, spot after spot, anywhere on the floor feels like hers. And she came out a little offended she was not the #1 seed, so here's the opportunity between these two excellent players.
The 1-2 seeds match up in the quarters.
Unrivaled fans, it's time for the quarterfinals. Let's meet the players in game 1. From the University of Washington, representing the Phantom, number 10, Kelsey Plum. And from Ohio State University, representing the Hive, wearing 0, Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell got our night started by knocking off Veronica Burton, had a couple of blocked shots in there, so we talked so much about her offense, but her defense shined, and the counter moves of Kelsey Plum were on display to take care of Natisha Hiedeman. The winner of this game advances to the semis, guaranteed $25,000, and they'll get the winner of Pod B, Bueckers and Chelsea Gray. Our contestants out of Pod A are with Aliyah LaForce.
Okay, it's the battle of Kelsey's. As the pressure heightens, does it change your strategy at all if you shoot for ball or if you watch your opponent?
I'm going to shoot. I ain't let her shoot.
Good luck. That's a big compliment, wouldn't you say?
Kelsey Mitchell starts with the ball. Sarah mentioned a moment ago, Kelsey Plum believes she should have been the 1 seed in Pod A. This is the Pod A winner matchup here. Step back by Mitchell. Off on the jumper, had a foot on the line. Plum utilizes the outlet passer. Twirls, spins, fires, delivers. She makes it look so easy.
Well, the scary part is how she could pour it out and come in bunches. So once she has the ball, it's not going to be easy to make her miss.
Her step, gallops to the paint. Plum, and a foul called on Mitchell. Each player has a timeout, no coach's challenge, so Sephora officials have these games in their hands. But the players have done a lot of the talking here tonight. One worth 2 for Plum. Up 4-0.
The last thing you want to do is leave points at the free throw line. Those are some big makes.
Both are left-handed shooters. Plum denied by Mitchell.
Better believe that Kelsey Mitchell knows that.
Triple threat. Plum tries to force her right. Crossover by Kelsey Mitchell. Tight ropes and a foul by Plum. Not in the act of shooting.
And that's a part of understanding personnel, tendencies, where players want to get to on the floor and trying to make sure that you're diverting them off their path.
Mitchell on the right side. Head hezzy, drive it, scoring. 4-2. Again, the winner here faces the Pod B winner. Bueckers v. Gray is next. Can Kelsey Mitchell get the equalizer? Maybe the lead.
And that's where it'll be interesting to monitor how much of their legs they have left, having already played one matchup of one-on-one, and how things look here with their endurance.
Plum, crisscross fire. Possession back to Mitchell.
Both players short on those three-point shots. And I imagine in some capacity they're going to both look to get downhill a little bit more maybe than they would be accustomed to.
Both are gold medal winners in 3x3. Now in the one-on-one tournament. Mitchell, step back, got it! A 3-ball, and Kelsey Mitchell takes a 1-point lead.
Forget everything I just said. A big shot for Kelsey Mitchell, though.
So many tricks deep in that bag. They're bumping now, and foul by Plum.
And that will continue to ratchet up. We heard Kelsey Plum tell Aliyah to force like a UFC match.
Another three-pointer. Trickles out of bounds, Plum ball.
But the feel-out process and understanding for these players of knowing just how much they need to put pressure into bodies on the ball, active with their hands.
Our next 4 games, the winner is guaranteed $25,000. Plum gets the friendly bounce, it drops. A chance for 3. The grand prize is $200,000.
Say it again,
to the champion. $200K. And the championship, as well as the semifinals. Coverage starts tomorrow night on TNT at 6 p.m. Eastern. Plum up 7-5. In the lead, make it, take it format. From the starting point, midcourt. Tries to go right, spins back left, and denied by Mitchell. Quick trigger to the outlet. In the deep pocket. Foul by Plum on the baseline. Well, the difficulty to defend without fouling heightens. But fouls are limitless. Stop and start by Mitchell, coughs it up. Tracks it down, a shot clock violation.
It's some great defense by Kelsey Plum. And we saw that in that first matchup, as we had talked about with Natisha Hiedeman. Now she's ratcheting it up of just trying to stay in front of Mitchell, which is not easy to do.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled. Again, Mitchell used the timeout.
Yeah, Mitchell got some things going here with knocking down a 3-point shot. That's something that both these players have not been super effective at, but where they have been is using their strength on the inside, getting to the basket and one in that circumstance for Plum. And that's where Kelsey Plum and Kelsey Mitchell are so good in being able to absorb contact and still finish. So to your point about what things look like as this ratchets up and gets closer with the fouls, also being careful that you're not putting on and one situations for your opponent.
Good point. Mitchell thrives in space, so does Plum. They both can navigate ball screens. The irony is, of course, in Indiana, Kelsey Mitchell plays with Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Plum's got her in the wintertime. Aaliyah Boston is featured in our final 8. Plum, tough shot, halfway down and out.
That's some good defense by Mitchell.
Plum up 2, Mitchell with the ball. Sidestep jumper, cut it. Tied at 7. Oh, punch for punch. No one is going to separate. You love the strategy of the players too, as they take their time, a chance to catch their breath. Mitchell hunts, Mitchell curls, fouls on the floor. On the floor, no basket.
Kelsey Plum shaking her fingers saying, that was on the floor, but as we know, if you get 2 in a row on the floor, that does reward a point.
That's right, point and possession. Mitchell, breakdancing. Carving for room, flips it with the left hand. Couldn't get the roll. Back in Plum's hands, up fake and drive. Plum maneuvers, draws a foul. It is a shooting foul, so one worth 2, and Plum can inch closer to the winning score of 11. She followed through a little bit afterwards. Didn't think she'd get the bounce. Now she could put her away. Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Mitchell, lethal scores. Plum along 2, buries it. On to the semis.
What a matchup. As we anticipated, blow for blow, big time buckets, strong defense, a whole lot of bodying up, but when it came down to it, Kelsey Plum gets the winners. And I don't think she anticipated that much space from Mitchell and almost hesitated then. Clean look, long 2, and that is all she needed to close the book on this one. We mentioned talking with her earlier, and she said, I don't quite understand why I wasn't the #1 seed. Well, Kelsey Plum, I guess you showed everyone why.
Let's hear what Kelsey Plum has to say with Allie the Force.
Well, Kelsey, you really do love this UFC field, don't you? I mean, that matchup was so physical. Both of you great players at taking the contact. How did that matchup differ from your first, and how'd you come through?
Hey, Kelsey's so good. She's so explosive. She can shoot off of either hand, and that hesitation is nasty. So my strategy was literally just sit down, guard, contest late, and pray to baby Jesus that that thing doesn't go in.
One-on-one is obviously an exhausting format. You have to take your breaks and pick your battles when you can. Having the 2 matchups today, what did you learn the most to take into the semifinals now?
Yeah, it's kind of weird with the time in between. You're not really sure like what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
But you know, I thought it was a great experience, and it was a really tough match. And every game's tough, so I'm excited for the next round, and I'll be ready.
Congratulations. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Ricky Bobby approves the prayers to baby Jesus by Kelsey Plum, and she survives Kelsey Mitchell to move on. You know, we hear from Phantom coach Ronika Hodges, Phantom teammates. Kelsey Plum is the first one in and the last one to leave. Just the work ethic speaks volumes, and that's why she's always in these kinds of situations, in these big stages.
Yeah, she's done a lot through the course of her entire career of how she's been able to put the ball in the bucket and not only pouring into her own work, but her teammates as well. It's beautiful to see.
Coming up next, Kelsey Plum finds out who she'll face in the semis. Chelsea Gray v. Paige Bueckers on TNT. TNT Sports coverage of Unrivaled is presented by Sprite, official partner of the one-on-one tournament. And by Ford. Ready, set, Ford. Gorgeous night to maybe swim in the pool, but we're here at Sephora Arena, taking in all the action of the one-on-one tournament. We're in the quarterfinals. We watched Kelsey Plum moments ago advance to the semis, guaranteed $25,000. Now we need to name a winner out of Pod B. The 1 and 2 seeds. Number 2, Chelsea Gray, and number 1, Paige Bueckers. The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite.
We're around a lot of water. Both these players got some wet jumpers. Chelsea Gray, clutch closer. She's shown that every night out here in one-on-one. And then mid-range savant for Paige Bueckers. And that's exactly what helped her be really methodical in getting the win against Arike Ogunbowale. Did a good job of just using that size attack. And she's really strong in how she's able to find those release points. And for Gray, it is buckets after buckets. And her and Jackie Young, teammates in Las Vegas, going at one another, but it was the outside shooting and some of those floater looks around the basket that gave her the edge.
Chelsea Gray in her 3x3 career at Unrivaled has made 10 game winners, while Paige Bueckers has a couple of game winners this year for Breeze. Here's the look at the one-on-one tournament bracket. Kelsey Plum advanced, the 2 seed over the 1. Will another 2 advance, or does Paige Bueckers handle her business against Chelsea Gray? We are set to name another semi-finalist. Here is public address announcer Rhea Clifton.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the second matchup of the quarterfinals. Let's meet the players. From Duke University, representing the Rose, number 12, Chelsea Gray. And from UConn, representing the Breeze, number 5, Paige Bueckers.
Bueckers and Gray set for action. They love to turn to their mid-range Jays.
And that's going to be a big part of it. Also, for both of these players, how they can play defensively. Strong defenders, quickness in their hands. You say a lot of the same things in their basketball IQ, being a step ahead. You know they know the tendencies of one another. You got the vet, you got the rook. Gonna be fun.
Here we go. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Paige, you're one of the best shooters in the league. Chelsea's one of the most clutch, so I'm guessing it's an obvious decision. You're gonna shoot for ball, or you're gonna put the pressure on her?
No, I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, good luck.
Bueckers and Gray will team up in mid-March for Team USA, the women's national team, for the World Cup qualifiers. Stop and start by Bueckers, mid-range jumper, short. Gray takes a walk to the outward passer, clears the line with 2 feet, mid-range, got it. There's another chip to add to the shoulder of Gray, a veteran, being the 2 seed. Against Bueckers, her first year in Unrivaled, of course. Sidestep jumper again. Gray knew she missed it. That's why she crashed.
As a shooter, it's like off your fingertips, they're already going for the rebound.
No stance by Bueckers. Fires a 3. Has not made a 3 yet in this tournament. Survived without it in the first and second rounds. Paige Bueckers topped Arike Ogunbowale, and Chelsea Gray topped her Aces teammate Jackie Young. On the hunt, Chelsea Gray spins in the paint. 1 minute in. Rebound to Bueckers in the deep pocket. Wraparound foul by Gray to prevent the drive.
And that's just a savvy play. Bueckers slow going out to that corner and then going into her shooting motion to force a hard contest by Chelsea Gray to allow her to have the quickness to go.
Winner to the semifinals to face Kelsey Plum. Bueckers Bueckers gets up in the air, strong on the mid-range. 7-second shot clock. Gray pouncing. Gray with the cross. Finds her spot, nails it. 4-0 Chelsea Gray.
Chelsea Gray said, I hear you talking a lot about the mid-range with Bueckers. I got that in my bag too.
Both shoot some of the best clips from three. On cue, Gray off the right side. Bueckers wisely lets it trickle out of bounds. Those long rebound chances, let it trickle out. Chance to get your breath.
Yeah, opportunity for a little bit of break. And I think you said it, the three-point shot, it's a real big indicator. Both these players actually three-point shooters, but really tough to keep your legs going at one another one-on-one.
Bueckers off the heel. Chelsea Gray, 45% three-point shooter through 11 games for Rose. Bueckers, 40% for Breeze. Bueckers calls for the ball. Has it. Shot clock down to 3. Bueckers turns the corner. And a foul by Gray. Again, if you're just tuning in, players are permitted to commit an unlimited number of fouls, but if you commit a non-shooting foul on consecutive possessions, a point is awarded to the offensive player as Plum stares on, awaits her next opponent. Bueckers leans in, banks it in. Paige Bueckers is on the board.
Tough shot.
Walks back to the starting point, which is center court. Bueckers, head fake, right hand dribble. Over Gray, no good.
Chelsea Gray has played some really solid defense.
Gray poised to drive. And knocked out of bounds by Bueckers. 2.9 on the shot clock for Chelsea Gray. The reigning, unrivaled finals MVP. Step back three-pointer, money! 7-2.
And it always feels like such a big separator. We've seen comebacks in this game as Paige Bueckers calls a timeout. But when you get to that 7 and you got 2 possessions to get to the winning score, a little more bounce in your step in. Just a big-time step back by Chelsea Gray. We see her hit these time and time again, but after being really methodical, getting to the mid-range, able to open it up there from deep.
This timeout is presented by Icy Hot, official topical paint partner of Unrivaled.
All these players may need some Icy Hot after this one to play 2 one-on-ones in the span of less than 3 hours. It's a lot, and you can tell it takes a toll.
Well, that's why that off day yesterday, pivotal. Regroup, study your next opponent, study the bracket. We play on, just a 30-second break. And a reach by Bueckers. Back to Gray. New 7-second shot clock up 7-2. Fires. Pinballs off. Rebound Bueckers. Clears with both feet. Attacking baseline. Bueckers. Tough angle. And Gray fouls her. 1 free throw worth 2 points for Paige Bueckers.
Oh, that was almost an and one. That it barely bounced out there. And Chelsea Gray, a strong player trying to keep Bueckers off. But Bueckers got a little bit of a height advantage under.
This is the free throw. Paige Bueckers, a 90% free throw shooter. Could be a huge swing. Can Gray take advantage? Yes, she can.
Burton, you nailed it. That's a big swing.
And Chelsea Gray opts to use the timeout. Can she diagram a game winner? As she has done in a year plus at Unrivaled.
Chelsea Gray. She's got all the tricks, and she's got the touch. Operating in a lot of different places, but she has been most effective in the mid-range. And she does enough to create some separation, a little fade away. Paige Bueckers is an excellent defender, but Gray has figured out exactly how to get off her shots with a good amount of ease there in the intermediate game. And big one. Interested to see how Chelsea Gray surveys this and what shot she goes for.
Bueckers has to lock her up. Draped all over Gray. Tries to get to her spot. A foul is called in the act of shooting. Paige Bueckers is livid. She can't believe it. A free throw here for Gray seals it. Did miss one in the first round against Cloud. Chelsea Gray advances to the semifinals. She has a date with another former teammate in Kelsey Plum.
Nola Henry's words, clutch closer, and once again, Chelsea Gray proves that to be the case. You know, Paige Bueckers is hot about that call of being in the act of shooting and not on the ground. But the biggest point of effectiveness for Gray here in this one was that in that mid-range, continued to get herself to her spots and close things out there.
Oh, you felt her emotion when she topped Jackie Young and handles her business against the top seed Bueckers. Chelsea Gray is with Aliyah the Force.
Chelsea, is there a trick you don't have?
I don't know if there's something I don't have. I ain't saying it right now.
Well, I hope we get to see it tomorrow because you're advancing. Congratulations. That game was incredibly physical. You had to pull out all the tricks. What was your strategy going in, especially knowing that you had already played a previous one-on-one?
Just be aggressive. I trained for this to be able to go for long periods of time. So that was just my mindset.
Yep. You haven't had a lot of time to think about your next opponent tomorrow, but another former teammate, you've dealt with that already today. What are you looking forward to at the matchup with Kelsey?
Enjoying it, having fun. She's a dynamic scorer, but I'm here for a reason.
Exactly. Here's your sticker, Chelsea.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, just lethal, difficult shot maker, comes up clutch. Chelsea Gray advances.
Yeah, and you know, it's the nuances of understanding exactly what and how she wanted to operate with. And you had mentioned this earlier when we were watching, just about studying and knowing your opponent, knowing different things. And that's a big part of how she's able to play her game. She mentioned being aggressive, and that's exactly what she was. But it wasn't just aggression offensively, it was defensively as well. And for Chelsea Gray, always seems to find a way, and did it once again.
We'll find out who emerges from Pod D in the quarters. That's up next. It's Aaliyah Boston and Aaliyah Edwards. watching Unrivaled one-on-one tournament action on TNT, presented by Sprite. And here is our Sprite tale of the tape, a battle of the bigs.
Oh, a lot of similarities between these two players. Big guard, says DJ Sackman about Aliyah Edwards. That we know. And for Aliyah Boston, that newfound shooting, it's something that she's added to her game, but also does not change how physical she can be on the inside. Her ability to put it on the deck, get to the basket is something that's going to be a huge strength. But you've got a player in Aliyah Edwards that can also do the same and comeback win against Shakira Austin. That was fun to witness and watch.
South Carolina against UConn. Here we go. We'll find out another semifinalist.
Unrivaled fans, it's now time for the third matchup of the quarterfinals. Let's meet the players. From the University of South Carolina, representing the Phantom, number 7, Aliyah Boston. And from UConn, representing the Lunar Owls, number 8, Aliyah Edwards.
Two come from behind wins for Aliyah Edwards. Was down 6-0 in the first round to Dominique Malonga, and then trailed 7-0 to Shakira Austin. Meanwhile, Aliyah Boston knocked off Breanna Stewart in her lone matchup to this stage. Had a first round bye and handled the Unrivaled co-founder. Edwards has embraced going outside of her comfort zone against taller bigs. 6'6" Malonga, 6'5" Austin, now it's 6'5" Boston. Edwards and Boston meet at center court to join Allie.
Aliyah, take the pressure or give the pressure?
Pardon?
You're gonna take the pressure? You shooting for possession?
Yeah, I'm shooting for it.
All right, go girl.
Love how close Aliyah Boston stood next to Aliyah Edwards. Just to put the pressure a little on, but Aliyah Edwards hits it. Here we go. Aliyah Edwards on the fadeaway. Rebound Boston. The winner advances to the semifinals. You're guaranteed $25,000. Grand prize is $200K. Aliyah Boston with the right foot forward, up 2-0.
And those are going to be the interesting parts of those shots. You saw Edwards miss that first little jumper there in the paint. This time Boston hits it. For both of these players, they're really bodying up to not allow each other to get inside under the basket.
That bodying up is already starting at half court. Boston spins, maneuvers, and scores. 4-0 Boston.
And that's where sometimes when you're putting that type of pressure on the ball, if you can catch a step as Boston just did there, you can have a clean look there at the rim.
Two of the best rebounders in this league, two rising stars in the front court. Blocking foul Edwards, who was averaging a double-double, 22 and 14. Aliyah Boston, about 20 per game and 10 rebounds, both averaging double-doubles. Fake one way, go back the other. And Edwards chucks it into the seats. Outlet passers cannot leave the Sprite circle. They can't go anywhere. Boston with the ball, up 4-0. Chisels in the paint, and a foul is called on Edwards. So Boston to the line. Maybe Aliyah Edwards likes coming back. Not making it easy.
We're like, come on, let me run with this. And overall, though, I love that defensive possession by Edwards and how tough she made it with the body, but the problem was she just wasn't vertical with the arms coming down on Boston at the very end. And said it, bump, bang, doing anything you can to not allow some position. But yeah, it was right there at the end getting the wrist. And that was already a tough angle for Boston.
Free throw worth 2 points. So once again, Edwards is down at least 6-0 in all 3 of her games. The nest of owls watch their teammate. bully ball, fadeaway jumper, short. Edwards comes up with the stop. Boston backpedals as Edwards comes strong, and a foul by Boston. This is similar to how Edwards got on the scoreboard against Austin.
Yeah,
Drew a foul, got to the line.
And that's a big part of it. And I think for both these players, again, if they can find their way to where they're right around the cup, it's going to be really hard not to finish or pick up a foul.
But Edwards misses the free throw. Boston takes her time, grabs it high post, really high post. Backing down to the elbow, takes a peek at the clock, falls away. Possession, Edwards, knocked out of bounds by Boston.
And as we're seeing from both of these players, you can deny that pass coming back. So it's not just an automatic that from that Sprite outlet that you're able to get a clean pass.
Great call out, Sarah. Edwards short on the three, and as you can imagine, the more banging and bumping, it wears on your feet to shoot.
It does. And again, this is the second game that these players are playing, so you imagine they have got some wear on them.
3 seconds to shoot for Boston. Pops it just in time and touches every piece of the iron. 8-0 Aliyah Boston. Just love the dynamic. You see Kelsey Mitchell sitting next to Kelsey Plum. She just lost to her, but they are both teammates of Boston in their pro careers. Down to 3, Aliyah Boston. That 3 would have done it. Made a 3 in the last round. And a foul by Edwards on the floor. As the player trailing, it really does become, as cliche as it sounds, one play at a time. Aliyah Boston takes the timeout. It's presented by Icy Hot, official topical paint partner of Unrivaled.
Aliyah Boston has gone to work with her strength, and she's got a little bit of size, but look at here. I mean, there is just such a high level of compete by both these players, but understanding they need to use force. And this was a big play by Aliyah Boston because of that ball pressure. She turned the corner quickly, had an easier look, and she's just been a little bit more efficient with some of the same shots, because you mentioned the comp between two of these players is very similar in how they want to score, how they want to attack, and the strength that they bring on the defensive side. Big uphill battle here for Aliyah Edwards, but as we've already seen through the course of many of these games, it all comes down to getting a stop and then getting on a little bit of a run with the make-it-take-it format.
Pod C quarterfinalists Allisha Gray and Ray Burrell are on deck. The winner of this, it's the winner of that. Boston is blocked by Edwards. Shot clock violation. Slow strut to the starting point. We approach the midway point of the 10-minute timer. We play to a winning score of 11. Edwards sneaks by, chases it down, bounce to the outlet. Shot clock violation. It's Boston's ball. There was never a shot by Edwards to reset that shot clock. Edwards falls. Boston with some bully ball. 10-0. Aliyah Boston. Can she advance to the semis on this trip? Blow by, reach in by Edwards.
So Aliyah Edwards intentionally giving that foul there on the floor. And you got to make sure that you don't do it here in consecutive possessions for a point.
Can she knock off the reigning runner-up? Boston spins in the lane, back to her right. Outlet by Edwards. Back in her hands, fires a 3. Short. Well, most of her outside shots have come out short as she hits the deck. Ball goes back to
I thought, yeah, I was like, wait, what did we miss?
Boston says, you go over there. My ball. Here we go. Up 10-zip. Aliyah Boston. Backing down. Foul Edwards. Consecutive non-shooting fouls results in a point for the offensive player. So Edwards, if she fouls Boston, it's got to be a shooting foul and hope for a miss. Boston drives. Boston spins, layup, no. Back in her hands. Shot clock violation. The wear and tear on display.
Physicality is the key word. These players are going at this entire night, this entire tournament they have, but this in particular.
Bump, spin, and fade off the mark.
And Edwards has had a handful of those, which normally will drop for her, that just haven't through the course of this one.
Boston comes for the ball. And on the flick, it was out of reach of the outlet passer. Boston better be careful, though, taking her time there. There could be a delay of game coming. The players all got a heads up and a warning about that. You can't take your sweet time to catch an outlet pass. Can she get one last gas? Boston to the rack and a foul by Edwards. Aliyah, Boston can end this at the line.
And there's been a lot of situations here in these last couple possessions where she's taken a lot of contact. Everything resting on this.
75% free throw shooter in the 3x3 regular season. Aliyah, Boston advances to the semifinals. She defeats the reigning runner-up.
So the number 4 seed in Pod D, a little earlier this evening, knocking off the 1 seed in Breanna Stewart. This time, Aliyah Edwards, as you mentioned, runner-up last season. What a performance here by Boston.
A chance for Aliyah Boston to catch her breath. She's with Allie.
Aliyah, there was so much contact in that game. I know there's contact in everyone, but that one in particular, what were your strategies to preserve some of your energy and be so dominant in that matchup?
Be the more physical one. Make the refs call it. That was my goal, just dominate, get to the rim.
What are you most excited about going into tomorrow?
That I get to keep playing, chance at the money.
Keep playing the game. Here's your sticker.
Thank you.
Well, Aliyah Boston, she now prides herself in being a sniper with the outside shot. This was a game of bully ball. Guaranteed 25K advancing to the semis.
Aliyah Boston has taken a tremendous leap this Unrivaled season in 3-on-3 play. Her usage, her production, all the numbers across the board. And now she gets to put her name on the big board of hopes of winning that bag.
We don't have a 1 seed yet in our Final Four. Will Allisha Gray be the one? Takes on Ray Burrell, our final quarterfinal, when we come back.
Friday night. You know what time it is. We have our tradition here in Unrivaled. That's right. I need y'all swaying left to right. Get those phones on. Going crazy. Who's ready to ride into the quarterfinals? Last matchup of the night. Are y'all ready? DJ Heat, you know what time it is. Get those lights on. Turn it up. I need you to like, yes, that's right. We're going left to right. Y'all ready? Unrivaled. Turn it up. That's why we out here. See Hiedeman, Saniya.
The play of the game is presented by Miller Lite. Aliyah Boston, one of a handful of shutouts in this one-on-one tournament.
And it's hard to believe. It didn't quite feel like that with the amount of competitive play, but Aliyah Boston had the edge. Strength, efficiency, finesse. And we got another good one on our hands.
One last quarterfinal. The tail of the tape is presented by Sprite. Ray Burrell, the lowest seed remaining against the lone one seed remaining in Allisha Gray.
Well, Allisha Gray, complete player, as we've seen. Scored at all 3 levels. She's been very methodical. Big time comeback win for Gray. Believes one-on-one is for her and for Ray Burrell. It's the quickness. She closes things out with a 3-point shot, but can she get downhill and finish is something that I'm going to be at my eyes on.
Matchup of the quarterfinals. Let's meet the players. From the University of Tennessee, representing the final, number 12, Ray Burrell. And from the University of South Carolina, representing the Miss, number 15, Allisha Gray.
Allisha's all business. Ray Burrell has the slight height advantage, just 2 inches taller at 6'2". Killer Ray beat Ryan Howard, her vinyl teammate, and Sonia Citron, while Gray comes off the win against Saniya Rivers. Aliyah LaForce, take it away.
Allisha, shoot for possession or leave it up to Ray?
I'ma shoot.
All right, go get it.
We're ready. We need to name one more semifinalist. Winner faces Aliyah Boston in the semis. Turnaround, chain in the paint. Allisha Gray unleashed in the quarters.
Smooth way to start for Allisha Gray. And there is a methodical way in which she gets to where she wants to go, and you see it already.
Same move.
Yeah, not getting sped up. And Ray Burrell is someone who does use that speed.
Burrell turnaround jumper, just grazes the iron. And a shot clock violation, and Burrell makes a good case. The ball did hit the rim.
Yeah.
There's a foot race for the rebound, the long board, of course.
So here you go, shot doesn't go in, bouncing off. Oh yeah, grazed off.
It's one of 3 things that can be reviewed by officials. They both had a conference and agreed on it, and Burrell draws a foul in the act of shooting. I guess not. On the floor. Foul was on Burrell. Here's Gray in attack mode. Step back. Long 2 blocked by Burrell. Keeps the handle alive. Slithers in the paint. Foul by Gray. This time it's in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and Allisha Gray picked up some fouls early. Again, the total doesn't matter, but for Saniya Rivers, putting her on the line and what that looked like in order to create that comeback. And Ray Burrell has got some size, so you know she's going to try and get it around the basket.
Stays scoreless. Gray for 3. Bottom. Finds it.
Changes the entire complexion of how you need to defend Allisha Gray.
She says she gets buckets. Teardrop got it. 7-zip. Just the way she can stomp on a dime. My goodness. Burrell all over her, tries to bottle her up. Oh, two-handed board, and Gray maneuvers in to put it home.
Strength, angles.
Ray Burrell takes a timeout. It's presented by Icy Hot, official topical pain partner of Unrivaled.
Allisha Gray has worked in different spots on the floor. What's so special here, she doesn't get the shot to go, is creating that offensive rebound with her block out, then turns and gets it on the inside, dropping in that three-point shot. Ray Burrell had her hands down. You got to at least get high hands on Gray so she can see your contest with the way she can knock down three-point shots.
Allisha Gray would be the only one seed to reach the Final Four. Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, two semifinalists on your bracket. And Aliyah Boston out of Pod D representing the Bigs awaits the winner of this game. Each semifinalist is guaranteed $25K. Slick dribble. Gray gets the step blocked by Burrell. Oh, she got airborne.
Talking about the length and size of Ray Burrell, showcases every bit of that there. Gray has a step on her, and Burrell just erases that look.
Nasty work. Gray with the heave because the shot clock was dwindling. So Burrell does her job. She's got to come up with some points, though. Quickly on the attack. Scoops it in with the right hand. There's life for Ray Burrell. On the hunt again. Between the legs. Aims to wrap. Does not fire in time. Shot clock violation.
And that's really good defense by Allisha Gray. She just stayed in front. She forced a tough fadeaway look for Burrell rather than allowing her again to once again by the front of the cup.
Gray hits the brakes, leans in and scores. On to the semis. And we have our Final Four. Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, Aliyah Boston, and the lone one seed, Allisha Gray.
Ooh, Allisha Gray was not playing here tonight. Quick on the attack, and she always understands how to create space for herself no matter where she is on the floor, and does it once again. Tough buckets time after time, and we got ourselves semis.
Allie the fourth.
Allisha, congratulations. What gave you so much success in that round, and what makes you confident that you could be the one-on-one champion tomorrow?
I just know for this match, I had to come out aggressive. I think the first game warmed me up really well against Saniya. So I know this game I had to come out aggressive because I knew how aggressive Ray was going to come out, so I had to match her aggressiveness.
You have some serious fans in this arena. You hear them behind you? They're going to be here tomorrow, too, so good luck. We'll be here, too. Go get them.
Thank you.
So we're down to 4 in the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament presented by Sprite. Here are your matchups starting at 6 Eastern tomorrow night on TNT. Plum Gray, Boston Gray.
Oh, it's going to be good, and then we're going to continue to see how some of these different position players match up with one another. Fun night tonight, though, that's for sure.
Studio coverage begins at 5:30 tomorrow night as Gray struts to the bracket. You kept saying this, it was very accurate and very important to mention it. 2 games for most of these players, for all players tonight. Now they get a chance to rest up.
You heard the huffing and puffing of Allisha Gray as she was trying to do that interview. Opportunity to rest up, opportunity to scout their opponent, be more strategic and even more experienced in how they want to attack this journey to a potential $200,000 bag.
We're another step closer to crowning the one. Lauren, Renee, and Roz have you covered. We're not done yet. Let's go to the studio right now.